Hey, family, Pastor Willingham here. Welcome again to this channel. Why we need men to need God. And again, as I said, the salvation plan of God goes through men. And we see it here um, with the first man and Adam here. And what I want to talk about here is the sacredness of men, the sacredness of men. And many times because of many negative experiences and many negative ways that we've come to see men, and again, not men are a great deal responsible for how we see them, the experiences that we've had. So we hold the men accountable for that. But at the same time, I think what we lose in regard to men is that men are sacred. Men are sacred. And I look here at Genesis 2, verse 7, and we see the sacredness here of this first man, this male, and the Lord God formed man of the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life. And so this was a sacred process in which this first male, this first man was created. You know, after God finished his work on the seventh day, and he blessed the day and sanctified it, and he rested, um, and and then there was a mist that went up of water that went up from the earth and watered the whole face of the earth, a baptism, if you will. And in this sacred process of God baptizing the ground, well, from that arose dust. You know, anytime you spray water, if you will, upon uh, dirt or dust or upon the ground, well, what happens is the dust rises, and based upon this sacred baptism of the ground, the dust rose, and in the midst of that dust rising, in the midst of this man rising from the dust, and it is that um, reality, and that God raised this man up from the dust, and then he formed the man from the dust. He formed this man from the dust and of the ground, and and into his nostrils the breath of life. He breathed the breath of life, and the man became a living soul. The man became a living soul. This first man became a living soul. And so, for that, you know, we want to first recognize the sacredness of the life of our men, regardless of whatever experiences we've had, regardless of whatever men have done. We have to, in order to reconcile our relationship with men, in order to begin a healing process for men, a good place for us to start is just being able to wrap our minds around the idea that men are sacred. And so let us go forth with that idea today as we continue to explore why we need men to need God. In this case, it's because they were the first sacred and sanctified being in God's plan. And being that we all come out of this man, which we will explore later, we need that man um, to need God because we come out of him. And so God bless you. Recognize the sacredness of men today, and I'll talk to you soon. I invite you again to subscribe and to share this information with people as you see fit. Talk to you soon. Have a great day, family, and God bless. Bye bye.